Hey guys, Buck here, BTM Scale Models, and we are on Sunday of the last full week of January, and what a week it's been. I have come down with the cold virus that has been going through my hometown here, kicking everybody's butt. But we did get some work done, some lessons learned, some things I know I need to work on these ships. Through the video, we got most of the lighting done for the upper saucer section. I will go through and show you everything that got done. We got marker lights in place. We got impulse engines in place. I know I talked about not knowing whether to do that or not, but I came up with an idea, and I think you guys will like it. I'll let the video go through that. Didn't get as much done as I wanted to. The lighting yesterday was about all I could do for this weekend. Getting everything buttoned up and tightened down and glued in place and mistakes fixed. But one of the lessons I learned, excuse me, is, you know, I show you guys I test everything with a 9-volt battery, and while that's great, it kind of sucks because now I know I need to get a variable power supply onto my bench because one, I want to be able to light everything up so I can see every light leak and see what needs to be fixed. And with 9-volt batteries, even doing 2 different alligator clips and plugging them in, I just can't get enough power to see what's going on. I told you guys, these big ships take a lot of LEDs, the light tapes. I mean, I don't know, I probably get close to 30 LEDs altogether, if not more, in the upper saucer alone, not counting the strobe light. So I'm looking at investing into a variable power supply so I can actually have everything hooked up when I go to button up and test to make sure everything looks good, keep power going through the entire time. I just can't keep buying 9-volt batteries, guys. You know those get expensive. So hopefully here in the next week or two I'm going to be able to invest in getting a variable power supply, because as you guys well know, I have the refit to build. I have the Into Darkness Enterprise to build and light, and I have the Voyager to build and light, and the Enterprise E to build and light, and not counting my Secret Santa Y-Wing that I am going to build and light. So I think it's time. I've progressed enough. I think I progressed enough that I need to get a variable power supply to help with these. So other than that, hopefully, you know, next week we can get a lot more done. Like I said, I am getting itchy to get pieces put together and start down the road to finishing up the Enterprise E. We've been working on this since November, and it's getting time to get some things buttoned up and get some pieces to make her look like a ship. So without further ado, guys, let's get to the bench and see what little I did accomplish this weekend. Hey guys, Saturday, and work's continuing on the Enterprise. I have finally finished lighting, getting the main white lighting tape done that I wanted. As you can see, guys, I did add some more strips to this bottom part of the saucer, and well, the effect's really wonderful. I think it's a happy mistake is what it is when you look at this, if you remember Sci-Fi Fantasy, you'll notice I posted a photo yesterday of a lighting test I did with all these on, and while the bottom section, it lights up the top, it gives a lot of light to all the open windows, it's varying in scales around, and kind of a happy coincidence. I think it's going to actually work better for the model. Not that what I mean by working better is that not every window open, not by every crew member or whatever the operation station is, or the quarters, is going to be full blast daylight going on light. It's just subtle differences throughout the entire saucer section, which, like I said, it was a happy mistake. It wasn't something I planned on doing, but I will take it. I like it a lot. And guys, if you remember, the reason I'm not getting such diffusion, general diffusion all over the kit, is because with this being molded in clear plastic, we can't do our regular light diffusion, you know, black it out, then paint it white, and then if we do, some people will use that foil tape like I showed you the other day. With this kit, it's basically what you put in is what you're going to get out. Now, the sanding did give it the great effect. It did diffuse the light greatly across the entire kit, but it's just not bright on brilliance. So I'm happy with it. I'm going to call that good. Next thing I'm going to start working on is putting in my marker lights, and hopefully when I get that done and everything set in and get the paint block done, I'm going to get this thing buttoned up this weekend. That's the goal, is to get this set buttoned up, control board in, wires ran out, and get it done so I can start work on decaling, because this is going to take a while to decal. But that's my goal this weekend. So I'm going to get these LEDs soldered up, wired up, in place, see what we think, and go from there. I did get these I ordered in from HDA Model Works, which he gets his supply from Lighthouse LEDs, which I also do too. I just like going through HDA, but as you can see, these are 3mm LED bulbs flat. What I did here is, see if I can try to get in here without zooming too much. What I did is, as you can see, there's this thick ring here. I just drilled out a little bit more to set that bulb in, and it'll set nice and flat in there. I might have to sand the bulb down just a little bit, but I'm hoping not gonna have to do a whole lot. Next part is I'm gonna, like I said, get the control board in, and then I'm gonna drill this out a little more, because my goal is the wires from except for the power wires leading out of the kit, we are going to have everything sitting in this dead space here. In this dead space here. I want to run everything back up to this dead space. But it's kind of hard, you know, running this when I haven't got it done yet into here. So my idea is, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill this just a little bigger. So when I do finally tie all the wires in the saucer section with the secondary hull, when I do go to put the two together, I can just so easily put these wires and just push them back into here with the connections. So because I'm going to make my connections under here and then just push those connections into here. So I still have to do some more etching out, and I've also started to clean up and getting an idea of what's going on here. I've started sanding that down. I do need to add another application of my Bondo and start working on that. If you guys can hear, I'm not feeling the best. I got a virus that's going around my hometown right now, and it's put about half the city down. So I don't know how long this update or this build video is going to be, but we're going to try to get a lot done in a crazy short amount of time as I can. So that's it for now, guys. Stay tuned, and I will come back when I have something more to show. Alright. Hey guys, just a real quick happenstance. So I've got everything, all my little LEDs wired up for my marker lights, and I was running into a snafu, which if you watched Boyd when he built his, same thing, is even at 3mm, these are almost too big to fit in there and allow you to let the saucer section close. So guys, real quick advice: if you got a good grinder or Dremel, grind down the bulbs. As you can see, I didn't take very much off. Let's see if I can get it to focus in there. As you can see, I didn't take very much off, but when I go to put it in to where it's going to be, check that out, guys. It sits pretty much nice and flat in there, and I'm going to glue that there. So just a little quick just tidbit of information. If you're having issues with your bulbs, do not worry, they are grindable. Just don't go too deep. But what this is going to help do is also diffuse this light, because we're not using fiber optics here. Basically, it's just letting the light disseminate through the hole. Very, very, very cool. So just grind it down a little bit. Just take a little bit at a time until you're happy with your fit. So I'm going to keep hacking away, and I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Okay guys, everything's wired up, and I got the marker lights going. Yes, there is some light blocking I will be doing on it later, but I think that looks neat. So, and then just a quick look at the underside. As you can see, sorry, hand in the way as they come out. So slowly but surely, guys, it's getting there. Yes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in here and paint black on the back side of the LED, so, and the side, so all it does is try to get just a little bit through the top, a little bit through the bottom. But there we go. And I've also got to track something down, because when I put any pressure on the hull, as you can see, kind of flickers there. But I think it's just, I'm not going to have that much pressure on it. But there you guys go. It's starting to come together, and my batteries are you know, I'm just doing the testing on the 9 volts. I do have something coming in the mail later this week to help me with this on testing lighting. So I'm gonna work on getting some light blocking done, and we'll get back to you in a little bit. Okay, welcome back, guys. As you can see, I have pretty much got the upper saucer top part done. I'll switch it out and I'll show you the bottom one. For the most part, these are done and ready to go. I'm still working on light blocking off the marker lights and some odds and ends. Just FYI, guys, I did go ahead and add in the impulse engines off the saucer, but I'm going to put those on a separate circuit so I can turn them on and off on the kit. As I go through and rewatch videos, doing my research, there's times they're on, there's times they're not. So that's the way I want to be able to do it. I want to be able to flip them on and off depending on what I want to do with the kit. But what I did want to show you guys, and forgive me if this gets a little jumpy, I know I did a little bit of handheld work earlier in the video, but I want to show you what my layout looks like when it's done and some things that I did. So as you can see, everything is in place, everything's cleaned up. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit, and I just want to show you I have wired everything down, got it all cleaned up, put it all in place and glued down. Now one of the tricks I did, and I want to show you here if I can get it to zoom in close enough, is that I super glued, or not super glued, but I hot glued down all the connections wherever there was a connection made. Now there's a couple things I did for a reason for this. Is one, I wanted to protect these wires, because working with these 30 AWGs, they do like to the more you move them around, it's just like wire, it will break off. But so I did that to protect the wires, to keep them in place. And also when putting the two sections together, while there's plenty of space in there, I wanted to make sure that nothing touched each other, nothing shorted out. So I also, like I said, I made sure to, let me spin this for you guys and give you a better look at what I did here. I also wanted to show you that marker light. Now what I did is each marker light I made into one circuit, and I tied back in to the strip light. So the positive section over here runs positive, and then I did a jump line to the positive on this one, and then a jump line to the positive on this one, and the same thing, negative, negative. But what I did is I tied my positive lead over here and my negative lead into this one. I wanted the marker lights to be on the same circuit as the interior lights, just for the simple fact it's less wire to run. Now it all comes into this one wire right here, and when we get it through the deck, I will tie this in with the lower part of the saucer, and then we'll just run one lead out to my power source, which will be coming in this week. But I'm going to turn it over, and I'm still working on light leaks, but I wanted you guys to see, hopefully, what it looks like with the marker lights with some of the light leaks taken care of. And I just want to apologize, guys. I planned on doing more, but I've been fighting a cold, so this is about as far as I got this weekend. But we could keep trucking, so let there be power. Alright, so I'm going to turn off the light so you guys can see it better. So as you can see, there's the green. Turn around. There you go. There's the red. There's the white. Now I still have light leaks going through, and I'm going to have to work on that to take care of. But that's just touching up with some more black paint and maybe having to do one more coat right here because it's leaking in through the windows. Now I'm going to turn the light back on, and I'll flip it over and show you guys where that issue is coming from. If I was smart enough, I should have painted under it first. So a lot of it is just coming right up under here. As you can see, I just got to get some low light leak done. Other than that, this is what it looks like. I'm gonna, hopefully it doesn't flare out too bad on the camera, but there you go, guys. That is a fully operational upper saucer section minus the bottom. I still have to run my board and get my strobes hooked up, but as you can see, it's slowly coming along. Now the other part I wanted to show you is, like I said, on the impulse engines, I'm going to give it its own switch when I go to finish doing the final wiring, because I just want these on their own so I can turn them off and on. But there you go, guys. And all I did was here on this kit, when you go to build it, there's little knobs that pieces that stick out. All I did was ground down those, and then I just ground this out to let just a little bit of light bleed through. I don't want them overpowering. I just want a subtle effect that you know that those engines work. And that's that. So also I have prepped. We're getting ready to get my deflector dish done. Also, I did spray paint and get these primed up. These are the exhaust ports for the impulse engines. So we'll get those all put on when time comes. But I just wanted to show you again, guys, what this, what I got done this weekend. My plan was to get this saucer all buttoned up, but with me not feeling well, I don't want to do that yet until I get everything squared away the way I want. And just sitting here right now for a while is really kind of taking it out of me. But one other thing I wanted to show you guys, like I said, lower saucer's done, but I am going to learn how to do something I've never done before. So with the lights on this, there's so many lights. I know I'm gonna have to plug this into a wall to get steady power. There's just no way two 9-volt batteries are gonna run this many lights. And guys, trust me, I understand that. So I did an order this week, and my power source will be coming in along with a few of these nifty little guys. I am going to start doing plug and play, which, you know, I think it's going to make all my ships better. I've noticed a lot of guys using them for these bigger builds, and you know, as much as I like keeping batteries in my kits because it makes them more mobile, I think just to be able to light this ship, the Enterprise D, running power to the nacelles, running power to the saucer, running power to the secondary hull and through the neck, I just gotta, I'm gonna have to plug it in. But plan is I might do a little bit more work today. Not sure. I'm just gonna kind of rest. But I wanted to get something out there and show you guys that what got done. It's a slow progress, and I know some of you are probably like, "Come on, Buck, hurry up." And trust me, I'm getting to the point I want to start getting things put together and getting this kit on its way to completion. But I know I don't want to hurry. I want to take my time and do it right and finish it. So with that, I will see you guys next weekend. Hopefully I feel better. Hopefully we will get a lot more done. Be safe, and I'll see you guys next time on the bench.